So you've decided to take an online class. Maybe you've heard that there's a lot of freedom associated with an online class and you're looking forward to that. Or maybe you know you're going to take a trip to a faraway destination and you simply won't be able to be in the classroom for a little while. Or maybe, rather than spending time in the classroom, you'd rather spend time with your dog or your dog, right? Or maybe you're just one of these scholarly types who likes to stay in the books. Well, regardless, there's some things that you need to know so that you can understand this online environment. In fact, I would narrow this down to 3 important things that you need to succeed. One of them is we're all just people. Even your faculty instructors are people. And we communicate with you, and it's important that you understand how to work in this online environment. So the first thing I want to point out to you is these links. These links, do you see them up above? On the far right, it says Course Home, right? That's what got you to this page that you're viewing right now. Go across, and you're going to see Content. You've got to explore the content, okay? This is where your instructor is going to tell you what you need to be doing. This is where they give you handouts, almost like if you were in class they would give you handouts. Make sure that you look there. Class list. See the next link over, class list? Well, class list are all the members of your class. Have you ever walked into a classroom and said, "Hey, my friend who sits next to me in every class meeting, what assignments are due?" Well, maybe you'd like to have that conversation with your classmates in the online environment. This list of your classmates is actually a good starting point for creating an email. You just put a check next to that person's name, including your instructor. You know, you'll see them marked as teacher in that list, and then you can click the little bitty icon for to create an email. Now, another new icon up there, it says links. Now this, if you click these, they will take you to external web pages where you can maybe read an article or find out some additional information. Some teachers use discussion quite a bit, and this is where you should read your book or read an article, get some important information, and use that information to contribute meaningful class discussions. It's a discussion board, but since we're not all together, we have to actually type those discussions and read the discussions rather than simply have those discussions verbally. Okay? Now, the next link over, and we're getting to some really important links here, is the Dropbox. And the Dropbox, if you think about an old-timey, box that we would set out on the corner of our desk, and we would say, drop your assignments into the box. Thus, Dropbox, okay? Well, instead of handing or emailing assignments to your instructors, some instructors will not grade your assignments if you email them, or if you print them and bring them to, or handwrite. That's not acceptable. Instead, you're going to upload those assignments into the Dropbox. In fact, you say, "I don't know what I'm supposed to do for the assignments." Well, in fact, the instructions are in the Dropbox, so go look at those and click on the links. I realize you see some fast shortcut links over to the side. You're going to get a completely different picture if you'll explore each one of these links up there, okay? So Dropbox is where you turn in assignments, where you get assignments instructions. Quizzes. Now you know you're going to have to take some quizzes. So you click on the quizzes link and you find the list of quizzes, and you'll see things like due dates, and you complete those quizzes. Sometimes you can take the quiz more than once. Most of the time you're going to see your grade immediately, and you'll even be able to get feedback that might tell you something like, go to this page in your book, or remember how in the content pages we told you something important to remember. Okay? Finally, the reason that you're working so hard is for that paycheck, and in the online class the paycheck is the grade. So click on the grades link. You see that up there? Grades, right? Grades link. This is going to let you know how many points possible for the assignment and how many points you earned. Now, I'm going to bring this down to 3 important points. The first key to success in the online environment is don't wait. If you are sitting there saying, I wonder what I'm supposed to do this week, well, nobody's contacted me and I don't really know what so I just, I'll start it next week. You are going to be in a world of trouble because your instructor doesn't have any way to say, knock, 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 right? Oh, I wish we could do that. That would be so much fun. We could just, have goodness, I don't know, all kinds of little fun things that would knock on the glass or something like that. But instead, what happens is students sit out there and they get mad and the flames grow, and you say, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, one reason is that you're supposed to read the content pages. You're supposed to look in the Dropbox. So be proactive. Get out there. Don't wait. Okay? Now, what else is the key to success? The number 2 key to success, what's going to help you get to that graduation point, okay, is that you have got to get familiar with your environment. That means clicking on course home and content, and don't just click on them, read the page. Content, course home. I put lots of important information on the course home page. Email your friends, class list. Look at your assignment instructions, Dropbox. Don't forget links. I almost forgot links. Take your quizzes, right? Look at your grades as we go. Those are important things that will help you get to that graduation point. Okay, now, another very, very important key to success is when things start to go wrong and you're out there and you're kind of thinking, this is just like a cloud over my head. I just don't even know what to do. Then you can't sit out there and do nothing. You've got to be the kind of person that overcomes obstacles. How do you do that? Well, maybe you have to get mad for just a minute and you go in the corner and you kind of, right? Well, the important thing to do after that is to cowboy up, okay? Because you have got to overcome those obstacles. So maybe you could email your classmates. Maybe you could email your instructor. Maybe you could stop by the help desk that's located in the library to ask about something that's not working on your computer. Maybe you could go to the library to check out a book or to see if your instructor put a book on reference for you. Or maybe if your computer's not working, maybe the computer in the library will let you accomplish the assignment. If you don't have a word processor, if you don't have a spreadsheet software like Excel, if you don't have PowerPoint, those software applications are in the library. Cowboy up. Get to the library, get a ride with a friend, take the bus, drive your car, whatever gets you there, and do that work on time. Okay? Now, speaking of doing the work, another part of cowboying up is admitting when you need help. So go to the Academic Support Center. We have academic support centers which are free tutoring. You pay big money for that in the real world. Maybe you just sit at a desk there and do your homework. But if you sign in and say, I need help with a math problem or maybe proofing my paper, you can get help at the Academic Support Center. But you got to ask for it. They're not going to come to you. So remember, don't wait. Get familiar with especially the online environment and learn how to overcome obstacles by asking for help or by going to the resources. Everything is not going to come to you. That being said, you can do it. You're off to a great start, and I know that you can succeed if you'll follow those tips.